Ladies and gentlemen, time, the one resource we all have in equal measure, yet the one thing we can never get back. Every day we are gifted with 24 hours, 1,440 minutes, 86400 seconds. But how often do we truly use them with intention? Time is the most valuable resource we possess, yet it is often the most overlooked. Unlike money, which can be earned, saved, or recovered, time is something that, once spent, is gone forever. Every second that passes is one we can never reclaim, making it one of the most precious commodities in our lives. Despite this, many people treat time as if it were unlimited, wasting hours on things that do not serve them or bring value to their lives. Recognizing the finite nature of time is the first step toward using it with greater intention and purpose. From the moment we wake up to the time we go to bed, we are constantly making decisions about how we use our time. Some of these choices are conscious, such as setting aside hours to work on a project or spend time with loved ones, while others are unconscious, like mindlessly scrolling through social media or engaging in activities that do not contribute to our well-being. When we fail to recognize the true value of time, we allow it to slip through our fingers without thought or consequence. Days turn into weeks, weeks into months, and before we know it, years have passed without significant progress toward our goals. The realization that time is non-renewable should serve as a wake-up call. Every day we are given a fixed amount of time, 24 hours, and how we choose to use them defines the quality of our lives. The difference between those who achieve great success and those who remain stagnant is not the amount of time they have, but how they use it. Successful individuals understand that time is a limited resource and they prioritize their actions accordingly. They set clear goals, eliminate distractions, and ensure that each moment contributes to their growth, fulfillment, or happiness. Many people operate under the illusion that they will always have time to do the things they desire. They believe that someday they will start working toward their dreams, spend more time with family, or focus on their health. But someday is not guaranteed. The future is uncertain, and the only time we truly have control over is the present. Procrastination is one of the biggest thieves of time. It tricks us into believing that we have endless tomorrows, when in reality, every day that passes is a day we will never get back. Recognizing this can help us shift our mindset and take action today rather than waiting for the perfect moment. Time is also one of the most equal resources in the world. Regardless of background, wealth, or status, every person on this planet is given the same 24 hours each day. The way we use this time determines the course of our lives. Some people use their time to learn new skills, build relationships, and work on their passions, while others let it slip away on unproductive activities. When we understand that time is our most valuable asset, we begin to make different choices that lead to growth, success, and fulfillment. One of the greatest challenges people face when it comes to managing their time is the inability to say no. Many of us feel obligated to say yes to requests, commitments, and tasks that do not align with our priorities. However, every time we say yes to something that does not serve us, we are saying no to something that does. Time is limited and we must guard it carefully. Learning to set boundaries and focus on what truly matters is essential in ensuring that we are making the most of our time. Life is a series of moments, and each moment is an opportunity to create something meaningful. By recognizing that time is a non-renewable resource, we can begin to use it with greater intention, making choices that bring us closer to our goals, strengthen our relationships, and enhance our overall well-being. Every second is a gift, and it is up to us to decide how we will use it. In today's fast-paced world, distractions are everywhere. From the constant buzz of notifications on our phones to the endless stream of entertainment available at our fingertips, it is easier than ever to lose focus. Every day, we are faced with countless demands on our time, and without a clear sense of priority, we can easily fall into the trap of spending hours on without us even realizing it. Notifications, messages, and emails constantly compete for our attention, making it difficult to focus on meaningful work. Studies have shown that every time we are interrupted, it takes several minutes to regain full concentration. Over time, these small interruptions add up, significantly reducing our productivity. To use time with intention, we must learn to control our use of technology rather than letting it control us. Another major distraction comes from the demands of others. Whether it is colleagues, friends, or family, people often make requests of our time, sometimes without considering our own priorities. While helping others and being supportive is important, constantly saying yes to every request can leave us with little time for ourselves. Many people struggle with this because they fear disappointing others or being perceived as selfish. However, it is crucial to recognize that saying no to things that do not align with our goals is not selfish, it is necessary. When we allow others to dictate how we spend our time, we give up control of our own lives. Learning to set boundaries and say no when needed is one of the most effective ways to protect our time and focus on what truly matters. Prioritization is the key to making the most of our time. Without clear priorities, it is easy to spend the day reacting to whatever comes our way instead of proactively working toward our goals. One of the most effective ways to prioritize is by using the Eisenhower matrix, a simple yet powerful tool that helps categorize tasks based on their urgency and importance. This method divides tasks into 4 categories: important and urgent, important but not urgent, urgent but not important, and neither urgent nor important. By focusing on tasks that are important but not necessarily urgent, we can prevent last-minute stress and ensure that we are working on things that contribute to our long-term success. Another effective prioritization strategy is the 80/20 rule, also known as the Pareto principle. This principle suggests that 80% of our results come from 20% of our efforts. By identifying the tasks and activities that yield the greatest impact, we can focus our time and energy on what truly moves us forward. For example, in business, a small percentage of clients may generate the majority of revenue, while in personal development, a handful of habits may lead to the greatest growth. Recognizing these high-impact activities and making them a priority ensures that we are not just busy but productive. Mindfulness also plays a crucial role in managing distractions and prioritizing effectively. Being mindful means being fully present in each moment, aware of how we are spending our time. It allows us to recognize when we are getting sidetracked and consciously bring our focus back to what matters. Simple practices such as setting specific goals for the day, using time blocking techniques, and taking regular breaks to refresh our minds can greatly enhance our ability to stay focused and avoid distractions. Using time wisely is about making intentional choices every day. It is about being aware of the distractions that steal our time and actively minimizing them. It is about setting clear priorities and ensuring that our actions align with our values and goals. By taking control of our time, we can lead more fulfilling, productive, and meaningful lives, making every moment count. Time is one of the most valuable resources we have, yet many people fail to treat it with the same level of care and intention as they do their money. If money were constantly slipping through our fingers, we would take immediate action to stop the loss, yet when it comes to time, people often waste it on activities that do not contribute to their growth, happiness, or success. Just as we are mindful of how we earn, save, and invest our money, we should apply the same level of discipline and strategy when it comes to managing our time. Time, like money, should be seen as an asset that requires careful management and wise investment. One of the most powerful ways to shift our mindset about time is to view it as something that must be allocated with intention. When people receive a paycheck, they do not usually spend it all in one day on things that do not matter. Instead, they budget, ensuring that essentials such as food, housing, and savings are prioritized before discretionary spending. In the same way, we should allocate our time in a way that prioritizes the things that truly matter: our goals, our personal growth, our relationships, and our well-being. Just as financial planning ensures that money is used wisely, time management ensures that our most valuable resource is not wasted. Investing time wisely means making conscious decisions about where our energy goes. Many people fall into the habit of spending time on things that bring immediate gratification but provide little long-term benefit. Just as reckless spending can lead to financial instability, wasting time on meaningless distractions can lead to a life without purpose or progress. Every decision we make about how we use our time is an investment in our future. Choosing to invest time in learning new skills, pursuing passions, and building meaningful relationships yields returns in the form of personal fulfillment, success, and lasting happiness. Another important parallel between time and money is the concept of opportunity cost. In financial terms, opportunity cost refers to what we give up when we choose one investment over another. The same applies to time. Every hour spent on one activity is an hour that could have been spent on something else. If we spend excessive time watching television or browsing social media, we lose the opportunity to use that time for something more productive, such as exercising, reading, or working toward a goal. Understanding this principle helps us make more intentional choices and prioritize activities that bring value to our lives. Saving time is just as important as saving money. Many people look for ways to cut costs and increase their savings, yet they do not take the same approach with their time. There are numerous ways to become more time efficient, such as eliminating unnecessary commitments, automating repetitive tasks, and delegating responsibilities. Just as financial experts recommend eliminating wasteful spending, productivity experts recommend eliminating time-wasting habits. Small changes, such as setting boundaries on meetings or reducing time spent on low-priority tasks, can free up significant amounts of time that can be reinvested in more meaningful activities. Just as financial security brings peace of mind, using time wisely leads to a greater sense of fulfillment and purpose. When people manage their time effectively, they feel more in control of their lives and experience less stress and regret. They can look back at their days, months, and years with the confidence that their time was well spent rather than wasted on unimportant things. Treating time like money shifts our perspective and helps us make better decisions. It encourages us to prioritize, invest in what truly matters, and avoid wasteful habits. By viewing time as a precious resource that must be managed carefully, we can create a life that is not only productive, but also deeply fulfilling. Success is not determined by how much time we have, but by how intentionally we use it. Every person, no matter their background, wealth, or status, is given the same 24 hours in a day. Yet, some people achieve greatness while others struggle to make progress. The difference lies in how they use their time. The most successful individuals understand that time is their most valuable asset, and they are deliberate in how they allocate it. They focus on meaningful work, minimize distractions, and ensure that every moment contributes to their personal and professional growth. One of the key traits of successful people is their ability to set clear goals. Without a defined vision, time can easily be wasted on unimportant activities. When people do not have a purpose or direction, they tend to drift through their days, responding to whatever comes their way, rather than proactively working towards something meaningful. Successful individuals take the time to establish their objectives, break them into actionable steps, and dedicate their time to tasks that bring them closer to their goals. This intentional approach ensures that every hour is spent with purpose, rather than being lost in activities that do not add value. Another reason successful people maximize their time is that they eliminate distractions and focus on what truly matters. In today's world, distractions are everywhere. Emails, social media, endless notifications, and unproductive conversations. While everyone faces these challenges, the difference is that successful people recognize them as obstacles and take steps to minimize them. They set boundaries, turn off notifications, schedule deep work sessions, and create environments that allow them to focus. By doing so, they protect their most valuable resource and ensure that their time is used efficiently. Prioritization is another crucial factor in success. Not all tasks are equally important, and recognizing what deserves attention is a skill that separates high achievers from those who remain stuck. Successful people understand the importance of working smarter, not just harder. They apply principles like the 80/20 rule, which suggests that 80% of results come from 20% of efforts. By identifying the most impactful activities and dedicating time to them, they maximize productivity and achieve more with less effort. Instead of wasting time on minor tasks that do not contribute to their success, they focus on what truly moves them forward. One of the habits that highly successful individuals cultivate is time blocking. Instead of allowing their schedules to be dictated by others, they structure their days intentionally. They allocate specific blocks of time for important tasks, ensuring that they stay focused and productive. This technique prevents them from being reactive and helps them maintain control over their schedules. Many top performers, including CEOs, entrepreneurs, and athletes, use time blocking to ensure that their priorities receive the attention they deserve. Additionally, successful people value personal development and lifelong learning. They invest their time in reading, acquiring new skills, and expanding their knowledge. They understand that growth is a continuous process and that dedicating time to learning gives them a competitive edge. While many people claim they do not have time to read or develop new skills, those who achieve greatness make it a priority. They replace unproductive habits with activities that enhance their knowledge and capability. Another key aspect of intentional time management is maintaining a work-life balance. Many believe that success requires non-stop work, but truly successful people recognize the importance of rest and rejuvenation. They set aside time for exercise, family, hobbies, and personal well-being. They understand that burnout and exhaustion reduce long-term effectiveness, so they prioritize self-care to ensure they can perform at their best. The difference between those who succeed and those who do not is not about how much time they have, it is about how they use it. Every day presents an opportunity to move closer to a goal, to learn something new, or to make a meaningful impact. Success is a result of making conscious choices, eliminating distractions, setting priorities, and investing time wisely. By adopting these habits, anyone can maximize their potential and create a life of achievement and fulfillment. One of the most important aspects of using time with intention is practicing self-discipline. Without self-discipline, even the best time management strategies can fall apart. It is easy to set goals, make plans, and create schedules, but the real challenge lies in consistently following through. Many people struggle with procrastination, distractions, and the temptation to prioritize short-term pleasure over long-term success. However, those who develop self-discipline gain the ability to resist these temptations and stay committed to their goals, ultimately making the most of their time. Self-discipline is the ability to control one's actions, emotions, and impulses to achieve a desired outcome. It is what allows people to stay focused on what matters, even when they do not feel motivated. Motivation can be fleeting. It comes and goes depending on mood, energy levels, and external circumstances. Self-discipline, on the other hand, is a habit that can be developed and strengthened over time. The most successful people are not always motivated. They simply have the discipline to continue working toward their goals even when motivation fades. One of the biggest obstacles to self-discipline is procrastination. Procrastination is the act of delaying or postponing tasks, often in favor of less important but more enjoyable activities. People procrastinate for various reasons: fear of failure, perfectionism, lack of clarity, or simply because the task seems overwhelming. The problem with procrastination is that it creates a cycle of stress and guilt. The more a person delays a task, the more pressure builds up, making it even harder to start. Over time, this habit can lead to missed opportunities, decreased productivity, and frustration. Overcoming procrastination requires taking small, intentional steps toward developing self-discipline. One of the most effective strategies is the 2-minute rule, which suggests that if a task takes less than 2 minutes to complete, it should be done immediately. This prevents small tasks from piling up and becoming overwhelming. For larger tasks, breaking them down into smaller, manageable steps makes them feel less daunting. Starting with just 5 or 10 minutes of focused effort can often lead to greater momentum, making it easier to continue. Another key factor in self-discipline is creating a structured routine. Routines help eliminate the need for constant decision-making, reducing mental fatigue, and making it easier to stay on track. When certain activities become part of a daily schedule, such as waking up at the same time, exercising, or setting aside focused work hours, there is less room for distractions or excuses. Highly disciplined individuals follow consistent routines that align with their goals, ensuring that their time is used efficiently. Accountability is also a powerful tool for strengthening self-discipline. When people hold themselves accountable or involve others in their goals, they are more likely to stay committed. This could be through setting deadlines, tracking progress, or having an accountability partner. Sharing goals with a friend, mentor, or coach creates a sense of responsibility and increases the likelihood of following through. Even self-imposed accountability methods such as journaling daily progress or using habit tracking apps can make a significant difference in maintaining discipline. Another critical element of self-discipline is learning to manage temptations. In today's world, distractions are everywhere, from social media to endless entertainment options. One of the best ways to build self-discipline is to create an environment that minimizes these distractions. This could mean setting screen time limits, working in a clutter-free space, or using productivity tools that block distracting websites. When the environment is designed to support focus and efficiency, it becomes easier to maintain discipline. Additionally, practicing delayed gratification is a fundamental principle of self-discipline. Many people struggle with choosing long-term rewards over short-term pleasure. For example, they may prefer to watch television instead of working on a project, or they may opt for unhealthy food instead of maintaining a nutritious diet. However, successful individuals train themselves to resist immediate pleasure in favor of greater long-term benefits. They recognize that the small sacrifices they make today will lead to bigger rewards in the future. Lastly, self-discipline is not about perfection. It is natural to have setbacks, but the key is to recover quickly and get back on track. Many people give up on their goals after a minor failure, believing that they have ruined their progress. However, setbacks are a part of growth. Instead of being discouraged by mistakes, disciplined individuals learn from them and continue moving forward. They understand that consistency is more important than perfection, and they focus on making progress each day. In the end, self-discipline is what separates those who achieve their goals from those who do not. It is the foundation for using time effectively and making intentional choices every day. By developing strong self-discipline, individuals can overcome procrastination, stay focused on their priorities, and create a life filled with purpose and success. Reflection and continuous improvement are essential when it comes to using time with intention. Many people go through their days without pausing to assess how they are spending their time or whether their actions align with their goals. Without reflection, it is easy to fall into unproductive routines, repeating the same mistakes without realizing it. Taking the time to evaluate one's habits, priorities, and progress allows for better decision-making and ensures that time is being used in the most meaningful way possible. One of the most effective ways to practice reflection is through regular self-assessment. This involves taking a step back to analyze how time is being spent on a daily, weekly, or monthly basis. Many successful individuals keep a journal or use time tracking tools to record their activities and assess whether they are aligned with their goals. By reviewing this data, they can identify patterns, recognize inefficiencies, and make adjustments to improve productivity. Without this process, it is easy to waste time on low-value activities without realizing their impact. Another important aspect of reflection is learning from past experiences. Every person encounters setbacks, distractions, and unproductive moments. Instead of dwelling on failures, individuals who value continuous improvement use these experiences as learning opportunities. They ask themselves what went wrong, why it happened, and what changes can be made to prevent similar mistakes in the future. This mindset allows them to refine their strategies, develop better habits, and make more informed choices about how they use their time. Setting aside dedicated time for reflection also helps in maintaining clarity and focus. When people are constantly busy without stopping to think, they can lose sight of what truly matters. Reflection provides the space to reassess priorities, redefine goals, and ensure that time is being invested in the right areas. It allows individuals to differentiate between urgent tasks and important ones, preventing them from getting caught up in activities that do not contribute to their long-term success. Feedback from others is another valuable tool for continuous improvement. Sometimes it is difficult to see personal inefficiencies or recognize unproductive habits. Seeking advice from mentors, colleagues, or friends can provide fresh perspectives and insights that might otherwise go unnoticed. Constructive feedback helps individuals refine their time management skills, identify blind spots, and develop new strategies for maximizing their productivity. Incorporating small, consistent improvements over time leads to significant progress. Many people make the mistake of trying to overhaul their entire schedule overnight, only to become overwhelmed and give up. Instead, adopting the mindset of making gradual, sustainable changes leads to long-term success. Whether it is eliminating a single time-wasting habit, improving focus by a small percentage each day, or refining daily routines, these incremental changes add up to major improvements over time. Using time with intention is not a one-time effort, but an ongoing process of reflection, learning, and adaptation. By continuously evaluating how time is spent, identifying areas for improvement, and making necessary adjustments, individuals can ensure that they are always moving forward in a meaningful and productive way.